He smokes one. Deep right field. And it is gone. A grand slam for Preston Allen.
Welcome into Pippins Pregame. I'm Harmon Johnson, your 2025 voice of the Yakima Valley Pippins. It was another lopsided affair last night as the Pippins fell 16-5 to the Corvallis Knights. Corvallis used a 10-run sixth inning in their favor to really break open that game in the middle parts of the contest. But Yakima Valley put up double-digit hits again, getting 5 runs on 11 hits, committing 3 errors in the field. Let's take a look at some of the action from last night.
Naylor reached on a 4-pitch walk. First offering is lined back where it came from into center field. Langan Naylor chugging around third. The throw is on the ground and it is late. Langan Naylor slides home and Finley Spicer gets the Pippins on the board with an RBI single. On the season, 0 for 9. But he has been on base a couple times. A pair of walks. He's scored a run as he bats here with 2 aboard and only 1 out. This is another slow dribble down the third base line. Risky, another bare hand attempt. He's going to put it in his pocket. 3 straight singles that have not left the infield, and the bases are loaded for Yakima Valley. The 0-2 again. This one is a short flare out towards right field. It's going to get down. Schebler held up to make sure it wasn't caught, but he will score easily. And it's 4 straight hits for Yakima Valley to plate their second run. Unger's 1-2. This is a little flare over the second baseman, Ferrajaro. Buckley is home. Rounding third and on his way to the plate is Stevenson. He is out after a good throw in from Kettleson. The Pippins get 1 more. They take the lead. It's 3-2 on the 5th straight hit here in the second inning. Colton LaFave starting to get hot down in that bullpen. Langan Naylor takes off. Anderson's going to rip one into right field. It is down for a base hit. Langan Naylor's going to score. Angulo chugging to third. He is out on a good throw, but the run does count. But then was left stranded as Angulo was trying to make his way to third. He's swinging first pitch. This one's through the right side. 3 straight hits as being careful at third is Garrett DeGallier. The bases are juiced. And now Finley Spicer strolling to the plate. Everything counts as the Pippins are down to the last 8 outs. Spicer pokes one on the right side. This one might be 2. Second to short. On to first. Dug out, but not in time, according to Jacob Fisher. A run scores, but a costly second out on the ground ball up the middle.
That's a look at last night's action as Pippins Pregame presented by the Washington's Lottery continues. Tonight is a very special night for Yakima Valley. It's Alzheimer's Awareness Night, and the Pippins are wearing special purple uniforms that will be auctioned off after the game. If you want to get in on the auction and bid on your favorite number, we'll have all the information you need throughout the broadcast tonight, so make sure to continue with us. As Pippins Pregame rolls along, we'll have more information as we get ready for Game 2 between the Yakima Valley Pippins and the Corvallis Knights next.
Hey, your homework done?
Yep.
Hey, is your homework done?
This kinda is homework. So, what do you think?
I'm so proud of you. Can I play some more?
Is all your work done?
Washington's Lottery is a proud partner in the goal to promote college and career training. Each time you play, you're helping students statewide.
Welcome back to Pippins Pregame presented by the Washington's Lottery. I'm joined this afternoon by Ethan Buckley, one of the utility players on the team. And Ethan, you were a part of the kids camp yesterday and you were really kind of running around with those little kids. What's it feel like to be a part of something like that?
I mean, it's super nice to give back to the community. Super cool with the big turnout that we get at these kid camps. It's nice to be a part of that. I know the kids enjoy it, and I mean, we have a little bit of fun doing it, and then we get some more fans that night, so we love it.
And tonight, a very special night, Alzheimer's Awareness Night. You guys are wearing specialty uniforms that are going to be auctioned off. What does it mean to you that you're not from this area, obviously, to come into this town of Yakima and make an impact in the community on a night like this?
Yeah, I think that's super cool. It's a little like a kind of special part of summer ball where you get to do a little bit more than playing baseball, getting to help other people, whether it be the kids, whether it be supporting people with Alzheimer's. I think it's all awesome.
Ethan, you guys are trying to come back after a loss last night. Just how do you refocus after last night's game?
Well, it starts with a good pregame. Go out here, have a good stretch, just take some good BP, and then go into the box like it's a 0-0 series. I think that'd be the best thing for all of us.
All right, Ethan, thanks for joining me on Pregame.
Cool. Thank you.
We'll have Banner Bank starting lineups next. This is Pippins Pregame presented by the Washington's Lottery.
At Cascade Natural Gas, we help smart businesses cover their bases. Old, new, and in between. No matter the age of your building, they all benefit from energy-efficient choices. Cascade Natural Gas offers a long list of incentives for energy-efficient upgrades. Upgrades that save your business money every day. Become one of the many Cascade business owners benefiting from the quality, comfort, and savings of energy-efficient upgrades. Join Team Energy Efficiency and take advantage of rebates from Cascade Natural Gas.
Welcome back to the Orchard. It's time for your Yakima Valley Pippins banner by Pippins head coach Garrett DeGallier. Glad you're with us here on a Wednesday night on Alzheimer's Awareness Night. Leading off and playing shortstops, Langan Naylor. Julian Angulo is batting second and playing first base. Dylan Anderson's the right fielder today. Gage Reeser is playing second base. Cole Hansen is catching. Neil Jansen, the left fielder. Finley Spicer is the designated hitter. Charlie Shebler's the third baseman, and Jared Stevenson's the center fielder behind Ty Pangborn out there on the bump for the third time here at the Orchard, second time in the regular season, sporting a 4.76 ERA over 4 games worked, 17 innings under his belt, 22 hits, 10 runs, 9 earned, 5 walks, and 17 strikeouts, 1 for every inning that he has pitched in to this point. Behind him, it'll be Jansen, Stevenson, Anderson in the outfield. Shebler, Naylor, Reeser, Angulo on the infield. Cole Hansen doing the catching. Ty's going to face Brock Kettleson, Gavin Brubaker, and Antonio Castro for Corvallis in the first part of this contest. It's a special day here at the Orchard. You see those purple, unique, alternate uniforms that the Pips are going to be wearing today for Alzheimer's Awareness. They've got green Pippins on the front, green numerals, and green sleeves, and you could own one of them by the end of the night. If you are interested in bidding on one of these game-worn jerseys, you can go to galabid.com/2025Pippins. That's galabid.com/2025Pippins. All the proceeds will go towards Alzheimer's awareness and Alzheimer's research. So you're supporting a great cause, and you get a nice jersey for your kindness. We're ready to play ball as Jacob Fisher will be the one calling balls and strikes. Hudson Boucher is the umpire in the field. Ty Pangborn standing out there on the bump. All 6-6 of Ty ready to go as the first pitch is a dribbler out towards the mound. Pangborn picks it up with the bare hand, flips it to Angulo. 1 pitch and 1 out here in the contest. Started at 6:34 p.m. Ty has already got 1 of the 27 outs recorded. Gavin Brubaker is due up next, the left fielder in today's contest. First pitch strike. Brubaker in last night's contest was 1 for 4. Had a run scored. That came off of a walk. Next pitch from Ty breaks just a bit too far above the zone. Evens the count at 1-1. Ty was the opening day starter for Yakima Valley. He's behind in the count here, 2-1. But despite getting rocked a little bit in a couple of innings, overall he's been very good for the Pips. Only the 10 runs allowed. 2-1, that one breaks into the zone. makes it 2-2. 10 runs, 9 earned runs. And the number to look at positively is 5 walks and 17 strikeouts. Counts run full, and the payoff is up the middle over to Langan Naylor. Stumbles a bit, strong throw to Angulo, and not in time. Hudson Boucher says it was just a little bit late. And so Brubaker's on with a infield single. Antonio Castro moving up from the 8th spot last night to be in the 2-hole tonight. Pangborn out of the stretch for the first time. Right back where it came from. To second for 1. On to first. Double play. Started by the man on the bump. Ty Pangborn faces the minimum. We go to the bottom of the first.
The Coliseum in Rome had their gladiator games, but it can't compete with Legends Casino Hotel's Coliseum of Cash. During our Summer of Games Thursday drawings in June, we're giving away over $77,000 in cash, plus a new Kawasaki side-by-side. Just use your Legends rewards card to earn entries. Who needs Roman chariot races when you can leave them all in the dust in a Kawasaki side-by-side? All hail Legends Casino Hotel in June, and let this Summer of Games begin.
At Cascade Natural Gas, we help smart businesses cover their bases. Old, new, and in between. No matter the age of your building, they all benefit from energy-efficient choices. Cascade Natural Gas offers a long list of incentives for energy-efficient upgrades. Upgrades that save your business money every day. Become one of the many Cascade business owners benefiting from the quality, comfort, and savings of energy-efficient upgrades. Join Team Energy Efficiency and take advantage of rebates from Cascade Natural Gas.
Hey, your homework done?
Yep.
Hey, is your homework done?
This kinda is homework. So, what do you think?
I'm so proud of you. Can I play some more?
Is all your work done?
Washington's Lottery is a proud partner in the goal to promote college and career training. Each time you play, you're helping students statewide.
Top of the order for Yakima Valley, set to face Easton Jones, who won the season for Corvallis. An inning and a third more than Ty Pangborn out on the bump. 10 hits, only 5 runs allowed. 4 walks to 7 strikeouts. This is his 6th contest, only his 3rd start. Man from Utah. Just wrapped up his freshman season with the Utes. Gets to wear the same colors now with the Corvallis Knights. He's going to fire a first pitch strike to Langan Naylor, batting .304 on the season here in his 7th game with Yakima Valley. The 0-1, that one's in there as well. So Naylor finds himself way behind in the count. Last night was 1 for 2, had 2 of the Pippins' 5 runs scored. Was subbed out in the late parts of that game after it got out of hand. And that one just a bit outside. Makes the count 1-2. Naylor from Lower Columbia College. Part of that team that was so dominant in the NWAC. 80 miles an hour out of the hand, way outside. Naylor got the Pips started early, drew a leadoff walk in the first inning to come around to score. 2-2. He's going to slice one out towards right field, towards the line. Sliding play by Josh Proctor. First action for him in the series. Langan Naylor robbed of a leadoff single. Ball was not hit very hard, only 70 off the bat. Hung up just enough to give Proctor a chance to make his way over to the line. So Julian Angulo will bat with one down. First pitch, just a bit upstairs. Angulo batting .250 on the season. Takes a 1-0 in there for strike one. Angulo from Cal Poly Pomona. Second season with the Pippins. A 1-1. This one's out towards Proctor again, but it's going to hang up. And so Josh Proctor has recorded both outs so far here in the first inning. Can't tell if the Pippins are late necessarily on Jones's stuff. Not overpowering by any means. But to this point, both balls have been pushed the opposite direction. We'll see if Dylan Anderson picked up 2 hits last night, can change the field. Let somebody else other than Proctor have all the fun for Corvallis. Dylan batting .292. He's been teetering between the above 300 and below 300 mark for the last couple of games. He's ahead in the count 2-0. Anderson, one of the 2 left-handed bats in the lineup today for Garrett DeGallier. 2-0 above the zone. After 2 quick flyouts, Easton Jones, who you see wearing number 42 tonight. He's really number 33, but forgot his uniform. Fires in a strike. 42 in its second appearance on the bump this series. Jayshon Unger wore that number last night. That's his usual number. Jones and Unger must be similar sized. 3-1, a cut and a miss on the outer part of the plate. So the count is run full after Jones fell way behind. Ty Pangborn faced only 3 batters thanks to a double play. Jones trying to do the same, minus the double play. Payoff pitch, opposite field, high towering over by third base. It's hauled in by Risky, and both sides down in order. We go to the top of the second. No score here at the Orchard.
I love coming in here. Everybody is always super welcoming. They always greet me by name. You can tell that everyone here actually likes working here.
My favorite thing about Walla Walla Orthodontics is how nice the staff are. They're funny, fun, and they're helpful.
I had what was called 3D braces. They were the same color as my teeth. People would say, "Oh, you have braces?" They didn't even know that I had braces. I highly recommend this orthodontist office.
What do you want?
It's just not that easy.
What do you want? Seafood? Mediterranean? What do you want?
Hey guys, what about West Side Pizza?
I love West Side Pizza.
I love West Side. I love West Side.
Yeah, their Hawaiian's great.
What's your pizza?
West Side Pizza?
Yeah.
Problem solved. Gross. West Side Pizza, saving relationships since 1996.
Seattle-born stand-up comedian and impressionist Adam Ray, live at Legends Casino, Friday, July 11th. Known best for his Netflix special, Adam Ray is Dr. Phil Unleashed, as well as his popular YouTube channel.
If you don't know what Citizens app is, it's an app you can put on your phone that notifies you of all the danger that's lurking. That sounds like fun. Yeah, there's a lot of people cooking for Cocoa Puffs right outside your door.
Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com and Legends Gift Shop. Don't miss Adam Ray, live on July 11th at Legends Casino in Toppenish.
Ty Pangborn was fired up after he completed that first inning of work. Was able to turn a double play on a comebacker right at his glove. Both pitchers very efficient through their first inning of work. Pangborn did allow the 1 hit, but erased it quickly on a bouncer. Now he faces the middle part of the Corvallis order. Maddox Risky is the first man, playing third base again tonight. Swing and a miss. Risky batting an impressive .392 through 14 games with Corvallis, rivaling the numbers put up by Kyle McDaniel down in Portland. 1-1, another cut, and another miss. Pangborn's got him set up. No strikeouts so far tonight for Ty. Down in Portland, he had 3. 1-2 upstairs. Ty not necessarily the one to rely on strikeouts the most. He likes to put the ball in play. But he can strike you out if he gets you in a good spot. Like that. 2-2, cut on and missed. First K of the day for Ty Pangborn. Any pitcher, given a good circumstance, can find a way to strike a batter out. It's all about location and timing. First pitch fouled back by Jacob Marquez, switch hitting catcher in today's contest. Did not play yesterday. Marquez from Lewis Clark State College. A 1 outside. Will be a senior up there with Lewis and Clark. Native of Santa Clarita, California. Takes a strike there. Very deliberate strike call from Jacob Fisher. But he's very vocal, and that's good. You'd rather be late and loud than early and wrong. 1-2. Put in play, but this one will find its way out. One hops over by lefties. So count remains 1-2. This is a series that continues to be dominated by the Knights. As that pitch just a bit upstairs. Corvallis has now won 39 of the meetings between the Pippins and the Knights. Looking for an even number if they could pull off a win tonight. 2-2, fouled back again. In this ballpark, Corvallis leads the all-time series 18-10 here in the 29th meeting in the Orchard. Pangborn's been stuck at 2-2 for a few pitches. Looking for a second strikeout. He's going to get it. Back-to-back Ks for Ty Pangborn. There's 2 away. So now Braden Mondeau getting ready for his first hacks of the series. Also did not play yesterday. Mondeau will be a senior at University of Hawaii Hilo. 5'10", 190 in that right-hand batter's box. A pitch above the zone. Ty's fastballs looked pretty good so far today. 90 miles an hour on that last one. Ripped back up the middle. Naylor's going to play the soft hop and toss it across in time to retire the side. Ty Pangborn looks really good through 2 innings as we head to the bottom of the second. Pippins offense trying to give him some support. Bottom of the second inning. It's 4, 5, and 6 due up for Yakima Valley. Gage Reeser will lead off the inning after the first couple of games back from an injury. He picked up triples in back-to-back days. Last night was not quite as successful. Was 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Let's see if he can get the offense started here in the second inning. Ty Pangborn's looked really good through his first 2 frames. He's been very efficient as well. 14 strikes to 8 balls. Easton Jones back out there. Works out of a much quicker windup than Ty as the pitch nearly clips Gage Reeser. Gage from just up the street, Yakima Valley College. 1-0, that one does hit him. Couple of pitches inside. Gage Reeser is aboard as a leadoff man here in the second. First base runner for Yakima Valley. Well, sometimes you got to wear them. Pippins will take a base runner any way they can get it. They scored 3 runs in last night's second inning. That put them up 4-2 at the time. Pips have loved to hit and get on the board at home early in games. Cole Hansen is swinging first pitch, and this is a routine fly ball to Brubaker. That's the first out here in the second inning. So now Neil Jansen, who was plunked in the head last night in a pinch hit appearance and then exited the contest. He's in there today, appears to have passed all the concussion tests after he got a pitch right into his ear. Gage Reeser at first base. He's chased back after a check over. Jansen batting .283 so far this season. Fouls the first pitch he sees at the plate. Playing left field, the man in the on-deck circle, Finley Spicer, was there yesterday. Jansen's been a steady presence out in the outfield since joining the team a couple of weeks ago. Another check over at first. The ball pops away, but not far enough to advance Reeser. Conditions here at the ballpark, it's a pleasant afternoon. 82 degrees and a few clouds, not many. The one factor to pay attention to is the wind, like always. Through the left side, Neil Jansen's got himself a hit. First hit of the ball game for Yakima Valley. 2 aboard, 1 out. The wind tonight swirling a little bit. It's blowing out to right field mostly at 15 miles an hour. So we'll see if the lefties have a good night tonight. But the ball's going to be messed with a little bit if it gets up into the atmosphere. Neil Jansen's hit was not that. It was a line drive. Two aboard for Finley Spicer. First pitch hacking. Center cut, but unable to drive it was Spicer. .281 batting average. His next hit will put him into double digits on the season. He's been sitting at 9 for a couple of contests. 0-1 outside. That breaking ball's got good spin from Easton Jones. 76 miles an hour is certainly playable. He's just been unable to locate it here in the first couple of times he's tried to go to it. 1-1. Spicer sends this towering out into foul territory. Deposits itself right onto the road. So now Jones ahead in the count 1-2. There you see kind of what the wind is doing here tonight. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 runners are aboard. Spicer spits on it. Another breaking ball that didn't even have a chance from Easton Jones. With Utah this last year, 17 games, made 1 start, had a 5.28 ERA. Two now as Spicer puts it in play. This one on the left side. It's past the diving Mondo. Gage Reeser running hard. He will score. And Finley Spicer drives home the first run of the ball game to put the Pippins in front 1-0. There's Finley's 10th hit of the season. Back-to-back singles for the Pips, and they have an early lead again here in their home park. So now left-handed hitting Charlie Shebler into the batter's box. Same situation as before. Cutting on the first pitch. Shebler, you see that new torpedo bat that he is sporting with the nice light blue batting gloves. He was swinging a normal barreled bat yesterday. He must have been waiting on this one to come in. 0-1, he sends it foul. First ball mark on that new bat. Behind in the count 0-2, Shebler recently committed to Butler. Looking to prove why he's going to play Big East baseball. 0-2 on the ground on the right side. Almost eats up Castro. The throw sails by Mondu and into left field. Neil Jansen scores. Shebler on to second. Spicer's in at third. And it's now 2-0, Yakima Valley. That was a pretty routine fielder's choice, but Castro, I think, didn't quite realize how close Finley Spicer was to the bag and tried to hurry the throw. And when he did that, the throw sailed past Mondo and all the way over towards the Pippins bullpen. Yakima Valley gets a run across on the first error of the night for Corvallis. First pitch put in play by Jared Stevenson. Slow roller that is handled easily by Risky, but another run comes home. It's 3-0 Yakima Valley, thanks to the RBI ground out by Jared Stevenson. Charlie Shebler stays put at second as it was the third baseman, Risky, who fielded it. They're going to say Shebler is on via the error. First pitch now to the top of the order, Langan Naylor. Jansen comes across on that same error. Spicer just crossed the plate on the Stevenson groundout. (1-0) right back to the pitcher Jones. Takes it to the bag almost all the way himself. And finally retires the side. Pippins plate 3 here in the bottom of the second. Just like they did yesterday. They lead 3-0 as we go to the third.
The Coliseum in Rome had their gladiator games, but it can't compete with Legends Casino Hotel's Coliseum of Cash. During our Summer of Games Thursday drawings in June, we're giving away over $77,000 in cash, plus a new Kawasaki side-by-side. Just use your Legends rewards card to earn entries. Who needs Roman chariot races when you can leave them all in the dust in a Kawasaki side-by-side? All hail Legends Casino Hotel in June, and let this Summer of Games begin.
At Cascade Natural Gas, we help smart businesses cover their bases. Old, new, and in between. No matter the age of your building, they all benefit from energy-efficient choices. Cascade Natural Gas offers a long list of incentives for energy-efficient upgrades. Upgrades that save your business money every day. Become one of the many Cascade business owners benefiting from the quality, comfort, and savings of energy-efficient upgrades. Join Team Energy Efficiency and take advantage of rebates from Cascade Natural Gas.
Hey, your homework done?
Yep.
Hey, is your homework done?
This kinda is homework. So, what do you think?
I'm so proud of you. Can I play some more?
Is all your work done?
Washington's Lottery is a proud partner in the goal to promote college and career training. Each time you play, you're helping students statewide.
Ty Pangborn back out there with a 3-run cushion after the Pippins were able to score 3 runs against Easton Jones, thanks to 2 hits and 1 error committed by the Knights. Pangborn now facing the bottom third of the Corvallis order. Joshua Proctor, who had a nice sliding play to record the first out on defense for Corvallis, takes a first pitch strike from Pangborn. Proctor committed to Oregon State, team that was in the College World Series this year and is already restocking as they get ready for another run next year. Puts this one in play over towards the Pips dugout. Proctor stands at 6'5", 215 in the right-hand batter's box. Certainly has a lot of length in the outfield. Appears to be pretty quick, too. Breaking ball undercooked by Pangborn, nearly clips Josh Proctor. You can see Ty kind of talking to himself. Might not be moving his mouth, but he is definitely telling himself what to do with that next curveball. There it was. On the ground to Shebler. It's past him. It's also past Naylor and into left field. Proctor picks up a single. Second hit of the ball game for Corvallis. Well, Ty turned 1 double play back in the first inning after giving up a single. With Maverick Russell standing in the box now. Let's see if he can find a second. Russell, one of 3 true lefties here in the lineup. Jacob Marquez is a switch hitter. So 4 total left-handers facing Pangborn as he fires onto first, not in time. Angulo got the tag down pretty quick. It was a close play. Tie back to the stretch for the second time. Took him 1 pitch to get out of it last time. First pitch, strike to Maverick Russell. Native of Whittier, California, committed to attend UCLA. Him and Ian Fisher for the Pippins will be teammates this fall. Short lead at first for Proctor. Another throw goes that way, and Angulo smothers it. Pangborn's been paying quite a bit of attention to Proctor over there. Doesn't necessarily get the biggest lead. Count still no balls, 1 strike. Pangborn on the way. That's downstairs. Good block by Cole Hansen doing the catching tonight. Cole's also seen time as the designated hitter, so good to see him in on defense now. Coach Garrett DeGallier says Cole Hansen is radically positive. Ripped into foul territory down on the right side. Count now 1 ball, 2 strikes. And it shows Hansen, of course, commanding the infield. If Naylor's the captain of the infield, then Hansen is the first mate as he's going to go out and talk with Ty Pangborn here about how to navigate the 8th man in the order. Maybe trying to give Ty a chance to just catch his breath. Hansen redshirted at Oklahoma and is now preparing to make a move to Cal Baptist. Certainly will be a good addition to that Cal Baptist squad. A true leader, despite limited experience at the college level. 1-2 skips on the apron. Hansen's going to send the throw to first. It is not in time. Proctor able to get back in standing. A little odd to see a ball skip there on the dirt in front of the plate. So Ty has undercooked a curveball and overcooked a curveball so far in this 3rd inning. Fastball's fouled off. Count will remain at 2-2. Ty is very deliberate about his actions out on the bump. Prides himself in not allowing all the mistakes that you sometimes see at this level. 2-2, a cut and a miss. Maverick Russell was way out in front as Ty Pangborn slowed him down. 3rd strikeout of the night.
Number 8, Wilson.
Pangborn wins that first battle. So now Blake Wilson, the 9th man in the order, playing center field again tonight. First pitch, a big hack. Wilson was swinging at anything. Batting .240 on the season. He's picked up 6 hits in 7 games with Corvallis. That pitch outside. Makes the count even at 1. Wilson will be a junior at University of Washington. The Huskies getting ready for their 2nd season in the Big Ten. One. That one gets between Hansen's legs and all the way to the on-deck circle for Yakima Valley. Proctor will move up 90 feet. And so the chance for a routine double play ends there, to maybe a little bit of disappointment of the fans here. It is scored a wild pitch. Blake Wilson ahead in the count 2-1. Now he's ahead in the count 3-1. Now Hansen's going to go out and chat with them again. 2nd time here in the inning. It wasn't a very long chat, but it'll count either way. Pips had to use 4 pitchers last night. Koshi Arai only went 2 innings, gave up 2 runs. Colton LaFave went 3 2/3, gave up 9 runs. Seth Mahler went 2 1/3, gave up 5. And then Jackson Burtis went an inning scoreless. Ty Pangborn trying to help his bullpen out.
3-1. Right behind the plate as it's fouled over on top of the old Battle of the Basin logo from the last series. So the count runs full. A couple of longer battles for Ty Pangborn here in the third inning. So far, the only blemish is a single and a wild pitch. Payoff on the way. Fouled off the end of the bat. That ball was just cued over towards Corvallis' dugout. So we'll do it again. Pangborn has a new baseball. Don't want to lose Wilson and put 2 on for the top of the Corvallis order. Ty checks Proctor. Fires home. Swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts for the second time tonight for Ty Pangborn. Both of them in a key situation here in the third. Pangborn wins another long battle. And now Brock Kettleson gets the lineup back to the top. Kettleson doing the designated hitter's duties tonight. He was the right fielder last night, but with Proctor in today, he's just a free swinger as he's going to line that one into left field. It's going to get down in front of Jansen. The throw is a one cut off by the middle infield and Charlie Shebler. RBI single for Brock Kettleson to get Corvallis on the board. So the wild pitch ends up hurting Ty Pangborn. Had Proctor been standing at first base, it might have only been first and third in that situation. But either way, he's got a runner at first base and 2 outs for Gavin Brubaker. Throw on to first, not in time. Tag applied by Angulo. Brubaker singled back in the first inning, but was a part of that 1-6-3 double play that Pangborn turned. Another check over, again in safely as Kettleson. Popped up on the right side. Ranging over is Reeser. In foul territory. This one hops off the warm-up mound. No balls, 1 strike. Well, Gage was giving it a gallant effort. Instead, it falls harmlessly for a strike. Pippins lead by 2 here in the third inning. Pangborn looking to strand 1 and stop the bleeding at 1. 0-1 is upstairs to make the count 1-1. See a trend yet? Pangborn wears number 21. And he's ready with the even count. Line drive into center field, sending Stevenson back. He's not going to get there. It's all the way to the wall. A second run is rounding third. The throw is cut off in the middle of the diamond. And it's 3-2 after an RBI double by Gavin Brubaker. Stevenson was played more on the left field side of center field, and so when that ball was stung off the bat at 98 miles an hour, Stevenson had no chance. So Corvallis with some 2-out damage here in the third inning.
Both runs have scored since the 2 strikeouts earlier in the frame. First pitch hacking is Antonio Castro, and he puts one over towards lefties. Castro, the second out in that double play. Ty looking for a third out any way he can get it here in the third inning. It's been a longer one for him. 1-0. Throw's going to go down to second. Naylor has it bounce away, and it's into center field. Stevenson and Reeser converge. And so standing 90 feet away is the tying run, Gavin Brubaker. That'll go down as Yakima Valley's first error. Hansen tried to catch Brubaker napping. One, just misses. Makes the count 2-1. Score at E2 if you're keeping a book along with us. They credit the error on the throw by Hansen. It was going to be a close play even if Naylor was able to catch it at the bag. 2-1, top of the zone. Castro says that one was up. I saw the motion that he made. It's home plate umpire Jacob Fisher. But now the count is full. Ty Pangborn shakes off 3 times, 4 times. Now he has what he wants. Deep breath. Payoff pitch. Shallow fly ball out towards Jansen and left. He's under it, and he's making the grab to retire the side. Corvallis gets 2, but Yakima Valley retains the lead. 3-2 as we go to the bottom of the third.
I love coming in here. Everybody is always super welcoming. They always greet me by name. You can tell that everyone here actually likes working here.
My favorite thing about Walla Walla Orthodontics is how nice the staff are. They're funny, fun, and they're helpful.
I had what was called 3D braces. They were the same color as my teeth. People would say, "Oh, you have braces?" They didn't even know that I had braces. I highly recommend this orthodontist office.
What do you want?
It's just not that easy.
What do you want? Seafood? Mediterranean? What do you want?
Hey guys, what about West Side Pizza?
I love West Side Pizza.
I love West Side. I love West Side.
Yeah, the Hawaiian's great.
Let's do pizza.
West Side Pizza?
Yeah.
Problem solved. Gross. West Side Pizza, saving relationships since 1996.
Seattle-born stand-up comedian and impressionist Adam Ray, live at Legends Casino, Friday, July 11th. Known best for his Netflix special, Adam Ray is Dr. Phil Unleashed, as well as his popular YouTube channel.
If you don't know what Citizens app is, it's an app you can put on your phone that notifies you of all the danger that's lurking. That sounds like fun. Yeah, there's a lot of people cooking for Cocoa Puffs right outside your door.
Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com and Legends Gift Shop. Don't miss Adam Ray, live on July 11th at Legends Casino in Toppenish.
Tight contest as we head to the bottom of the third inning. Yakima Valley sending 2, 3, and 4 to the dish. Leading by a narrow 1-run margin. Ty Pangborn gives up the 2 runs in the third inning, but is able to strand the tying run at third base. Let's see if the offense can get those runs right back. First pitch to Angulo, downstairs. Julian flew out to Proctor on a routine fly ball in his first at-bat back in the first inning. He's ahead in the count here, 2-0. Angulo had a multi-hit night last night. 2 for 4 with a run driven in. Pitch high and tight, and now he's way ahead in the count, 3-0.
Jones has not yet walked a batter. He did hit Gage Reeser for the one free pass issued. How about a second? Oh! Strike called by Jacob Fisher. Angulo had tossed the bat back towards his dugout. Angulo called back by Fisher, who wears number 70 for the West Coast League umpires. Angulo fouls that one off his body, and now the count has moved its way back to full. Julian thought he had a walk instead. Now Jones is one strike away from his first punch out. Payoff pitch looped into left field. It's going to get down in front of Brubaker. So instead of a walk, Julian Angulo is able to up his batting average with a single here in the third inning. So now Dylan Anderson gets to bat with a man on base. Anderson popped out to the third baseman Risky back in the first inning, but he was hitting the ball hard in batting practice. So hard, in fact, that I now have a bump on my leg where a line drive caught me as I was out there talking with some of the guys. Didn't have any of the metrics on it, but you can see right where the ball made contact. If that were in a game situation, it would have been a line drive for a base hit. It's now 2 balls, no strikes. Anderson's been hitting well, despite the fact that his batting average says that he's below 300. 21 hits on the season, leads the team. Spent a lot of time in the leadoff spot. He's going to send one back towards us. Makes count 2-1. Anderson has since found a home in the 3-hole, where he's been for a majority of the homestand. Nobody out, a man at first. That's Angulo. Anderson fouls one off his foot. Moves the count to 2-2. Yeah, it doesn't feel so good when it's down at your feet, huh? I told Dylan after that I'm going to have to mention it tonight, so obligation fulfilled. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Pitch down and away. That breaking ball not quite as good. Might have been the off speed, actually. Only 1,500 RPMs for Easton Jones. He's been tagged for 3 runs already. As payoff pitch is line drive right at the first baseman Russell. He's going to step on his bag, and Angulo is tagged out at second base. And so they got the double play the hard way on the tag to Angulo. Hard hit by Anderson, just right at Russell. That's a way for Gage Reeser, who was plunked back. First pitch is in the dirt. So now both teams have turned a double play. Reeser still batting .293 on the season. Slices one foul. It's 1-1. Hit by pitch does not affect his at-bats. So the batting average stays the same. On-base percentage went up, though. One, slow dribbler out to short. Mondo up with it, bobbles it from the glove. Low throw, dug out by Russell to retire the side. We're through 3 here at the Orchard. Yakima Valley leads by a narrow 1-run margin as we go to the middle innings.
Thankfully, Ty Pangborn pays attention when he's warming up. They were doing the Tahine Dizzy Bat race, and a couple of the contestants walked in the line right in front of home plate. Pangborn was able to hold up and stop his throw. So thankfully, we did not have a errant hit batter tonight. We're in the middle innings now. 4, 5, and 6 due up for Corvallis after they tagged Pangborn with 2 runs back in the 3rd inning. Ty's looked pretty good. He's got 4 strikeouts on the night. Hit numbers continue to go up. He's given up the 4 hits to Corvallis. But that's a sign of a strike thrower. And you will take that versus somebody who's got high walk numbers almost any day of the week. You'd rather the other team earn their way on base instead of get put there by the pitching staff. Now, there is such thing as too high of a hit number. An example of that right now would be looking at Trevor Kaiser's stats for Yakima Valley. The hits and the strikeouts just don't really correlate. And that's not saying that Kaiser's looked bad or had any bad outings. Unfortunately, he's just been on the wrong side of a couple of well-timed hits. 27 of them allowed over his 15 innings. So certainly you like pitchers that throw strikes, unlike this situation right here where Pangborn's behind 3-0. I was just raving about all the strikes he threw and issues a 4-pitch walk to Maddox Risky here in the 4th inning. First walk that Pangborn has allowed. It's all right. Maybe he's just trying to set up another double play. Standing in the left side is Jacob Marquez. Struck out against Pangborn the first time. Takes the first pitch strike here in the second time. Ty in his last game down in Portland only went 4 1/3. It was kind of a dangerous situation he was in. 2 on and there was only 1 out. Grounded foul. It was a little shocking, though, and I asked him how he felt during that game, and when he got pulled, he said, yeah, I felt like I could have gone, at least finished the inning and gone through 5. Because at the time, he had allowed 2 runs, and then 3 more came across against Branson Rozier to give Portland the lead in that game. So sometimes the moves just don't work for the pitching staff, but Ty is in command of this one so far, and there's nobody warming up behind him, so it appears he will go as long as he's able to, barring any issues. Dots a strike on the outer part of the plate. Breaking ball spun back, and the catcher Marquez heads back to the dugout a little bit disappointed. That was a dot from Pangborn, 77-mile-an-hour slider. 1 down, and Brandon Mondo. First pitch, a little bit down and in. 1 ball, no strikes. You see Pangborn and the rest of the Pippins defense wearing those purple Alzheimer's awareness jerseys. Runner takes off, pitch put in play, line drive right at Neil Jansen. He catches it on the line. No chance at the runner back at first, but it does prevent a runner from moving up 90 feet. And there's 2 down. Those jerseys will be auctioned off following the contest. Actually, the auction closes in a half an hour. So final call for anybody watching that might want one of these uniforms that the Pips are wearing. The link for the uniforms is galabid.com/2025 Pippins. That's GALABID.com/2025 Pippins. Almost all the numbers are on there. Pick your favorite one, and all the proceeds will go towards Alzheimer's awareness and Alzheimer's research. And for your generosity, you get to keep the nice uniform. But like I said, only a half hour left. That will close at 8 o'clock. 1-1 downstairs. Throw goes to first. Would be a good birthday gift for someone with a summer birthday. Christmas gift if you're willing to wait that long. Game worn, game used. 2-1. Inner third. That is strike two. Third base coach Brooke Knight disagrees as he has some words for Jacob Fisher. Pangborn's even in the count. 2-2 offering. Slowly back up the middle. Naylor at the cut of the grass. On the run. Makes the play. And Pangborn is through 4. Still with the lead. 3-2 as we go to the bottom of the 4th here at Yakima County Stadium. Welcome back to the Orchard. It's 3-2 Yakima Valley on top of the Corvallis Knights here in Game 2 of 3 in the midweek series. Yakima Valley will have Cole Hansen, Neil Jansen, and Finley Spicer due up here in the 4th. Slim margin, 3-2. Pippins got their 3 in the second inning. Knights got their 2 in the third inning, so a little bit flipped there on the numbers. Ty Pangborn is through 4 innings, giving up only the 2 runs and striking out 5. Cole Hansen flew out to left field on the first pitch he saw back in the second inning. He's hacking this time, and he keeps it fair down the line. 2 pitches he's seen in the contest, both to left field, but this one results in a stand-up double for Cole Hansen. Well, Cole's liked both pitches he's seen so far. He's rewarded that time. Insurance run in scoring position for Neil Jansen. They appeal down to first, seeing if Cole might have missed first base. Field umpire Hudson Boucher says, nope, he touched the pillow. You don't see it too often where pitcher will peel down to first base, but sometimes you get caught up in the movement and forget to touch the pillow. First pitch to Jansen, spins over the heart of the plate. No balls, 1 strike. Garrett DeGallier giving the signs from the third base coaching box. Eddie Kribbe down at first. Oh, 1. That one's painted as well. Jansen behind in the count, 0-2. Neal singled and scored on the error by the second baseman Castro back in the second inning. It was the second of the 3 runs that came across. Oh-2 put in play on the left side. Risky looks back Hansen and fires on for out number 1. Finley Spicer digging in for his second trip to the plate. Walks up to Dream On by Aerosmith. Wow. I like it. Fans here at the Orchard are dreaming on about a run out there at second base. That one didn't work very well. I apologize. Finley puts the first one out of play. Over on the right side. Decent crowd on hand tonight on a Wednesday night. A few folks from the retirement communities in the stands here on Alzheimer's Awareness Night. Oh, 1. Outer third. Strike 2. Spicer asks where it was. Still plenty of seats here at the Orchard if you want to come out to Game 3 tomorrow. On a Thursday night. It's Thirsty Thursday, so if you need an incentive, there it is. As a pitch clock violation is going to be called here on Easton Jones. That's ball 1. Jones thought a little bit too long and hard about what pitch to throw to Finley Spicer here with 1 ball and 2 strikes. That one's just a bit outside. Similar spot to the one that was called strike 2. Marquez did his best to try and frame that pitch. Instead, the count now even. A check back of Hansen. Now the 2-2. That one's way inside all the way to the backstop. Hansen gets a free 90 feet. And Spicer in a full count. Wonder if that pitch just kind of handcuffed the catcher Marquez. It was not down at all. It was just inside. I think Marquez might have thought that that one was going to plunk Spicer, and so he didn't quite move the glove up like he probably should have. It is ruled a pass ball, and the infield will play in. Jones sends in the payoff pitch. Foul over towards the congregation of Pippins hanging out outside the dugout. Sent them scattering. Count remains full. Spicer looking for a second run driven in tonight. Another payoff pitch. Inside ball 4. Finley on base for the second time tonight. So it's 2 on with only 1 out. Charlie Shebler strolling to the dish. Charlie reached on that error by Castro, made it to second base, but was left there. Looking to come up in a big spot here. The catcher Marquez gives the sign to his infield with the runners on the corners. The middle infield will now play back. Trying to turn a double play. Corners remain in line with the bags. First pitch away. Shebler ahead in the count. Pippins lead it 3-2. Shebler more known for his glove, but the bat has been there at times already this season. He's got 7 RBI on only 12 hits in 13 games. He also likes to draw his walks. He's ahead in the count here, 2-0. Shebler nearing that double-digit statistic in walks. In fact, he's got 12 as he's going to put one right back up the middle. Too far in for a double play. A run will score, and Charlie Shebler brings home Cole Hansen to make the score 4-2 for Yakima Valley. Very productive out for Charlie Shebler. He also advances Finley Spicer. Ball was only hit 54 off the torpedo bat. Like I said, too slow to be able to turn a double play. Corvallis settled for the 1 out they could get. And now Jared Stevenson trying to bring home Yakima Valley's 5th run. First pitch right in there. 0-1. That is Charlie's 8th RBI on the season. Check over to second. Spicer wasn't necessarily very far off the bag, but I think Jones was just trying to test the waters. Count 0-1 to Jared Stevenson. Picked up his first hit last night. This is softly out towards the Bermuda Triangle. It's going to get down with 2 outs. Spicer all the way to the plate. And Jared Stevenson pushes one more across on an RBI single here in the 4th. Another soft hit ball. Only 66 off the bat of Jared Stevenson. 2 outs. Finley Spicer was running on contact, and the Pippins get their runs back. 5-2, back to a 3-run lead. Stevenson's running on the first pitch. The throw sails high, and Jared's got himself a stolen base. Offense not done yet. Langan Naylor could push across a run with a poke to the outfield. Naylor 0 for 2 today. Here in his 3rd trip to the plate. High chop over to short. Mondu over to first. That is in time, despite Naylor, who runs well. Pippins get 2 runs back. They retake the lead by 3. It's 5-2 heading to the 5th.
The Coliseum in Rome had their gladiator games, but it can't compete with Legends Casino Hotel's Coliseum of Cash. During our Summer of Games Thursday drawings in June, we're giving away over $77,000 in cash, plus a new Kawasaki side-by-side. Just use your Legends Rewards card to earn entries. Who needs Roman chariot races when you can leave them all in the dust in a Kawasaki side-by-side? All hail Legends Casino Hotel in June, and let this Summer of Games begin.
At Cascade Natural Gas, we help smart businesses cover their bases. Old, new, and in between. No matter the age of your building, they all benefit from energy-efficient choices. Cascade Natural Gas offers a long list of incentives for energy-efficient upgrades. Upgrades that save your business money every day. Become one of the many Cascade business owners benefiting from the quality, comfort, and savings of energy-efficient upgrades. Join Team Energy Efficiency and take advantage of rebates from Cascade Natural Gas.
Hey, your homework done?
Yep.
Hey, is your homework done?
This kinda is homework. So, what do you think?
I'm so proud of you. Can I play some more?
Is all your work done?
Washington's Lottery is a proud partner in the goal to promote college and career training. Each time you play, you're helping students statewide.
One more call for the jersey auction. You see Ty Pangborn and the rest of the Pippins wearing tonight. Alzheimer's Awareness Night. If you want one of those jerseys for yourself, the auction ends here in about 10 minutes, 8 o'clock Pacific. Go to galabid.com/2025Pippins. That's galabid.com/2025Pippins. You get one of those uniforms you see like Pangborn wearing for your very own. And all your proceeds made from that auction will go towards research and awareness of Alzheimer's disease, as Pangborn narrowly avoids getting hit by one. For a leadoff single here in the 5th by Maverick Russell. Screamer at the feet of Pangborn, and that will send a couple of arms down to the Pippins pen. Looks like Trevor Kaiser and Pearson Pollard loosen. First pitch by Pangborn. Did he go around? No, says Hudson Boucher. Count 1-0 to Blake Wilson. Struck out back in the 3rd inning against Ty. One of the 5 punch-outs that Pangborn has tonight. Squaring to bunt here. He's going to push it foul. Evens the count at 1-1. Ethan Buckley hauled that one in. Oh, who's juggling down there? Who's that? Ian Fisher. Look at that. Talented both on the bump and in the dugout. Oh, he lost one. Fisher, a UCLA commit, not pitching today. 1-1 downstairs. Good to see the guys having some fun here on a Wednesday night. Two-one count. Pangborn back even after a big cut by Blake Wilson. Strike away from his 6th strikeout of the night. Peering in for the sign. Now he is ready to go. 2-2. That one's close. No appeal so far. Cole Hansen didn't think that that one went around enough. So the count will run full. Pangborn's season high for strikeouts was against Walla Walla back on June 4th. He had 7. Payoff pitch on the ground to short. Naylor to Reeser. On to Angulo. Double play. Well, it's not the 6th strikeout of the night, but Pangborn will take 2 for the price of 1 any day. Second double play turn tonight for Yakima Valley. Now the top of the order bats with the bases empty for Corvallis. Time is called. I think Hudson Boucher was taking his time getting into position over at first. His partner, Jacob Fisher, notices that and gives him a second. First pitch just too far inside. Ball 1 to Brock Kettleson. Kettleson 1 for 2 today. Had an RBI single back in the 3rd. Pushed across Josh Proctor. 1-0 breaking ball, outer 3rd that time. Evens the count at 1-1. Yakima Valley, the last 2 years, has always been able to win at least one game in this series as Kettleson sends one out towards Anderson. He's going to reach up and make the grab, and we'll tell you about the series history after this break. We're halfway home here at the Orchard. 5-2 is the score. This is Pippins Baseball.
I love coming in here. Everybody is always super welcoming. They always greet me by name. You can tell that everyone here actually likes working here.
My favorite thing about Walla Walla Orthodontics is how nice the staff are. They're funny, fun, and they're helpful.
I had what was called 3D braces. They were the same color as my teeth. People would say, "Oh, you have braces?" They didn't even know that I had braces. I highly recommend this orthodontist office.
What do you want?
It's just not that easy.
What do you want? Seafood? Mediterranean? What do you want?
Hey guys, what about West Side Pizza?
I love West Side Pizza.
I love West Side. I love West Side.
Yeah, the Hawaiian's great.
Let's do pizza.
West Side Pizza?
Yeah.
Problem solved. Gross. West Side Pizza, saving relationships since 1996.
Seattle-born stand-up comedian and impressionist Adam Ray, live at Legends Casino, Friday, July 11th. Known best for his Netflix special, Adam Ray is Dr. Phil Unleashed, as well as his popular YouTube channel.
If you don't know what Citizens app is, it's an app you can put on your phone that notifies you of all the danger that's lurking. That sounds like fun. Yeah, there's a lot of people cooking for Cocoa Puffs right outside your door.
Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com and Legends Gift Shop. Don't miss Adam Ray, live on July 11th at Legends Casino in Toppenish.
New pitcher into the game here in the 5th inning for Corvallis. It's Tanner Douglas, left-handed hurler, 6'2", 205 from Oregon State. He has appeared in one contest for Corvallis back on June 22nd against Ridgefield. The hypothesis I have is that I think he was with the Beavers down in Omaha during the College World Series, and checking on that. Spent a couple years away from Oregon State as the will-be senior fires ball one to Julian Angulo. Last time out was against Long Beach State on May 16th for OSU. Angulo on to second. Castro makes the play for out number one. With the Beavs, a 1-1 record, but an elevated 13.85 ERA over 13 innings pitched. Gave up 21 hits, 20 runs. They were all earned. Well, he's got the first man he faced out in this contest as Anderson nearly wears one up near the shoulder. Lefty-lefty matchup. Anderson hasn't seen many of those. 1-0, bit too far in. 2 balls, no strikes. Some encouragement coming from the third base coaching box. And Garrett DeGallier. 2-0 fastball downstairs. It's now 3-0. I don't know if you can hear it on our crowd mic. I don't have it turned up too terribly loud, but Douglas is working hard for all that velocity, 90 miles an hour there. He grunts just about every pitch. 3-0, called a strike. Not a scream, but a definite grunt, putting some effort into every throw. (3-1) misses outside. Anderson draws a 1-out walk. Another fastball that touched 90. So far, Douglas unable to locate it. Now Gage Reeser, who is 0 for 1 today. Pippins have a 3-run lead, would love to extend it by a couple more. Anderson on the season only has 2 swiped bags. We'll see if he's put in motion at all. Reeser fouls one over towards his head coach, who cannot make the play. Count now 0-1. Out of the arms that went down to the pen, it looks like Trevor Kaiser is the one purely getting hot, throwing plyos against the fence. Pearson Pollard is still down there, working out on some of the bands. Nobody throwing off the mound yet, so Pangborn will go out for the 6th inning. 1-1 pitch, bottom of the zone. Makes it 1 ball and 2 strikes to Reeser. Gage back in the lineup today after getting ran into last night. 1-2 breaking ball, just a bit too far out. Count moves to even. Gage was trying to field a ground ball, but then the shortstop, Antonio Castro, ran into him. Was looked at by the training staff, but he is okay as he's in the lineup today. 2-2 hard liner out towards center. Wilson will get there in plenty of time. Out number 2 recorded. So Cole Hansen, the man who scored the first of the 2 runs back in the 4th inning, trying to push a run across here with 2 outs here in the 5th. Gets some words of encouragement from Gage Reeser. Probably some strategy as well, as this is the first time the Pips have seen the new arm. Hansen's only seen 2 pitches. Now he's seen 3 as he takes the first pitch for a strike on the outer part of the plate. 1 for 2 tonight. That double back in the 4th inning set up Charlie Shebler to ground out and score him. Oh, 1 downstairs. Douglas hard throwing like so many relief pitchers are. We saw it yesterday with Jayshawn Unger, the starter, that the first inning or so he just didn't have quite the control he wanted on his fastball, as the check's going to go over to first. That's sometimes the sacrifice, is you sacrifice for velocity. Seems to be the norm in today's game. See it a lot at the major league level, hard throwers. Hansen fouls one into the stands for a souvenir. Sometimes those hard throwers, though, just don't know where the strike zone is sometimes. One ball, 2 strikes to Cole Hansen. Pitch down and away. Count now 2-2. Cole picked up his 10th hit of the season with that double back in the 4th. A 2-2, cut on and missed. Hansen down to a knee. And that retires the side here in the 5th. 5-2 is the score. We go to the 6th inning. This is Pippins Baseball. Top of the 6th inning here at the Orchard. Well, those of you who maybe have bidded on a jersey or bid's the proper term. My mom will text me if I don't say it right. For those of you that have bid on a jersey, the auction has concluded. Concluded 2 minutes ago here at 8 o'clock Pacific time. Just got the numbers in. The $2,182 were raised for Alzheimer's awareness and Alzheimer's research. So thank you for bidding on these game-used jerseys. A lot of people really appreciate the donation that is going to be made on behalf of the Pippins and all the other folks that were involved in this special Alzheimer's Awareness Night. $2,182. That's after, during the Battle of the Basin Skills Competition, the donation was around $3,000 because Dylan Anderson was able to rack up about 30 points in the skills competition. Pippins doing a lot to give back here in their community. That continues through the rest of the season. There'll be a back-to-school night towards the end of the regular season. Of course, all the fireworks, games with the big attendances draw local businesses out. There'll be a canned food drive at one of the final games of the season. As the count now 2-1, Ty Pangborn still out there working for Yakima Valley here in the 6th inning. He's facing 2, 3, and 4 for Corvallis. Gavin Brubaker is the man at the plate. Count now 2-2. So much more than just a baseball team on the field here at the Orchard. Of course, tomorrow morning is the final day of the 3-day kids camp. Players giving some instruction to the next generation of ball players as Ty Pangborn paints one at the bottom of the zone to tie, or no, for his 6th strikeout here tonight. He's one away from tying his season high. Brubaker had some words for home plate umpire Jacob Fisher as he strolled off the field. First pitch strike. Pangborn trying to get through 6. And there's a wave and a miss by Castro. 0 for 2 tonight, the second baseman. Yesterday played short. Lefty-righty matchup and the 0-2 offering. Swing and a miss. The play will be completed by Hansen down to Angulo. And Ty Pangborn ties his season high for strikeouts with 7 on the night. Now going for the new season high as he faces Maddox Risky. Pangborn's pitch count getting up there, 49 strikes, 33 balls. That pitch down and away for ball 1. "84 pitches. We're in the 6th inning for Ty Pangborn. That one's upstairs. Makes the count 2-0. There are bodies down in the bullpen. Trevor Kaiser is throwing very lightly. This pitch out towards the right field foul pole. Chasing it over is Anderson. It is foul. Count now 2-1. Certainly would be the most dominant performance so far on the bump out of a starter if Pangborn's able to complete this inning. He's behind in the count here, 3-1. Needs to fight back. Just high and away. He loses Maddox Risky. Only the second walk issued. I heard out of the corner of my headset, Coach DeGallier from the dugout telling Ty Pangborn to dig deep. Looks like Eddie Kribbe is going to give Ty a chance to catch his breath as he digs deep. Coach Kribbe been making the mound visits the last week or so. Trevor Kaiser, again, has been throwing, not a lot. In fact, I think he's actually sat down. Looks more to me like Evan Ellis standing out on the bump now. It is Evan Ellis getting some warm-up tosses in. Pangborn trying to get through 6. Longest outing of the season was 5 against Wenatchee when he qualified for the win. Has not gone that distance since. Five and 2/3, 7 strikeouts, only 2 runs allowed. First pitch in the dirt. 1 ball, no strikes. For those of you that have won jerseys in the silent auction, I'll be joining you. I just got the confirmation from my family that I'll be wearing Cole Hansen's number 5 at some point. On the ground foul. Appreciate my family for chipping in and getting that for me. Well, who says it's for me? Maybe they're going to keep it. They're probably just going to hang it up somewhere and make me stare at it. Either way, one of the many who have helped raise funds for Alzheimer's awareness and research. 1-1, dotted on the outer third. Jacob Marquez doesn't think so. He is the catcher for Corvallis. So if anybody knows where the pitches have been called besides the home plate umpire, Jacob Fisher, it is Marquez. Behind in the count, 1-2. Fouled back, able to just stay alive. '89 pitches now for Ty Pangborn. Pitch number 90 on the night. That is just a bit outside. Ooh. Pippin's dugout was ready to celebrate an 8th strikeout. They'll have to wait at least one more pitch. Two-two offering. On the ground. Into the hole is Naylor. Stops. Puts it in his pocket. 2 aboard with 2 outs. That was a tough play for Langan. He had to range all the way over. They do give Marquez an infield single. I think that's the right scoring. It was going to be a tough throw across the diamond anyway. Two aboard. There are 2 outs. Brandon Mondo does represent the tying run for Corvallis. Swinging that 2-toned blue bat we saw yesterday. He's ahead in the count, 1-0. Swinging that yesterday might have been Aiden Hazen, who is not playing in today's contest. Pangborn in some trouble here in the 6th. Misses just outside with that fastball to make the count 2-0. Ty's had the benefit of 2 double plays behind him. Only 1 error committed in the field. It was by his catcher, Cole Hansen. Trying to get through 6. 2-0, shallow fly out towards the Bermuda Triangle. It's going to get down. Stevenson on the run. The throw is in time. Did they get the tag? No. Oh, close play at the plate. Jacob Fisher says safe. The only ones that are going to know are Cole Hansen and the runner that just scored, Maddox Risky. You hear the reaction of the crowd here. That was a strong throw from Stevenson. Just a little bit up the line. Forced Hansen to have to turn around and make a tag. And now Coach Kribbe being told to head back to the dugout. A lot of barking. Jacob Fisher called the runner safe. It's an RBI single for Braden Mondo. Pangborn still working. First pitch, a strike to Josh Proctor. Jacob Marquez stands at second. Pangborn fires strike 2, immediately responding to the close play at the plate. Finish him off, Ty. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 runners are aboard. There's 2 outs here in the 6th inning. Pangborn has what he wants. It's Pangborn against Proctor. The 0-2 pitch on the way. On the ground, out to Naylor. He's going to take it to the bag himself to retire this side. Ty Pangborn, stellar through 6 innings of work. Only gives up 3. And now we head to the bottom of the 6th. Pippins offense up next.
The Coliseum in Rome had their gladiator games, but it can't compete with Legends Casino Hotel's Coliseum of Cash. During our Summer of Games Thursday drawings in June, we're giving away over $77,000 in cash, plus a new Kawasaki side-by-side. Just use your Legends rewards card to earn entries. Who needs Roman chariot races when you can leave them all in the dust in a Kawasaki side-by-side? All hail Legends Casino Hotel in June, and let this Summer of Games begin.
At Cascade Natural Gas, we help smart businesses cover their bases. Old, new, and in between. No matter the age of your building, they all benefit from energy-efficient choices. Cascade Natural Gas offers a long list of incentives for energy-efficient upgrades. Upgrades that save your business money every day. Become one of the many Cascade business owners benefiting from the quality, comfort, and savings of energy-efficient upgrades. Join Team Energy Efficiency and take advantage of rebates from Cascade Natural Gas.
Hey, your homework done?
Yep.
Hey, is your homework done?
This kinda is homework. So, what do you think?
I'm so proud of you. Can I play some more?
Is all your work done?
Washington's Lottery is a proud partner in the goal to promote college and career training. Each time you play, you're helping students statewide.
Well, let's see if we can get the replay up here. We thought we had it. We'll try and get that up for you on that close play at the plate. Neil Jansen due up here in the bottom of the 6th. Pippins lead by 2. It was certainly a very close play. That was called safe by Jacob Fisher. From my angle, I couldn't see if the tag was applied or not. It was definitely a quick spin. Jansen even in the count 1-1. But like I said, the only couple of folks that are really going to know what the result of that play should have been are the catcher Cole Hansen and the runner that scored Risky. Such a close play as Jansen's going to pop one up on the end. puts it away. Certainly some tension now between the Pippins dugout and the umpiring crew of Jacob Fisher and Hudson Boucher. Not the first time the Pips have seen this crew. They had them down in Portland. Spicer swings and misses at the first pitch he sees. Finley's been on both times today. Single and a walk. He's scored 2 of the 5 runs. Now he's in an even count, 1-1. Crowd here definitely thought that the run should not have counted. It was a very good throw, strength-wise, from Stevenson. He was charging in, was able to put his full body behind the ball. A little bit up the line, I think, is the only way that play was as close as it was. If it was at the plate, I think that Stevenson had the runner risky dead to rights. Some clouds settling in over the ballpark as we dip slowly into the evening. 8:15 here at the ballpark, approaching the 2-hour mark in this contest. 2-2, Spicer slices it foul again. That ball is not coming back. Two balls and 2 strikes. Spicer from St. Scholastica been feeling good since making his way back to the lineup about a week ago. 2-2 skips in. Count runs full. Finley would gladly take a second walk on the day. Still facing Tanner Douglas, native of Medford, Oregon, down at the south end of the state. Payoff, lined right over the head of Mondo, out at short. Nearly plugs the gap, but Brubaker's able to get there to hold Finley Spicer to a single. Good piece of hitting by Spicer. 94 off the bat. Charlie Shebler stands in now. Swinging that torpedo bat. Check over to first. Finley does have 2 stolen bases. He has 2. I was going to say, I didn't think he had any, but he has been able to swipe 2 pillows. He's going to attempt for a third one here. The pitch is outside. The throw is in time. The tag is applied. And so Finley is caught stealing for out number 2. Pitch was outside to Charlie Shebler. So he's ahead in the count, 1-0. We'll see if Ty Pangborn comes out for the 7th inning. My guess is he probably won't. He's up near 100 pitches. Shebler unable to hold up his bat. Evens the count at 1-1. Lefty-lefty matchup here. Pitch just too far inside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Douglas's stuff confuses me. The off-speed pitch has a spin rate of around 2350, 2,350 RPMs. That breaking ball had just about the same velocity, but it was the same speed. And the fastball lives at about 85 with a little bit lower spin rate. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes, according to home plate umpire Jacob Fisher. In-house, the scoreboard says 3-1. I think we do too on the stream. Charlie was unable to hold up on that check swing. And now he swings through it for a strikeout to retire the side. Down in order go the Pips, despite a single from Finley Spicer. We go to the 7th inning. Pippins lead by 2.
I love coming in here. Everybody is always super welcoming. They always greet me by name. You can tell that everyone here actually likes working here.
My favorite thing about Walla Walla Orthodontics is how nice the staff are. They're funny, fun, and they're helpful.
I had what was called 3D braces. They were the same color as my teeth. People would say, "Oh, you have braces?" They didn't even know that I had braces. I highly recommend this orthodontist office.
What do you want?
It's just not that easy.
What do you want? Seafood? Mediterranean? What do you want?
Hey guys, what about West Side Pizza?
I love West Side Pizza.
I love West Side. I love West Side.
Yeah, the Hawaiian's great.
Let's do pizza.
West Side Pizza?
Yeah.
Problem solved. Gross. West Side Pizza, saving relationships since 1996.
Seattle-born stand-up comedian and impressionist Adam Ray, live at Legends Casino, Friday, July 11th. Known best for his Netflix special, Adam Ray is Dr. Phil Unleashed, as well as his popular YouTube channel.
If you don't know what Citizens app is, it's an app you can put on your phone that notifies you of all the danger that's lurking. That sounds like fun. Yeah, there's a lot of people cooking for Cocoa Puffs right outside your door.
Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com and Legends Gift Shop. Don't miss Adam Ray, live on July 11th at Legends Casino in Toppenish.
Ty Pangborn finishes the day with 6 innings under his belt, only 3 runs allowed. And now Evan Ellis will enter the contest, presumably for what would be a 3-inning save. Ellis followed Pangborn up in Wenatchee, went 4 innings on opening day and got the save there. Will a lockdown player against Walla Walla 3 times, 3 innings the first time, an inning in both the June 20th and 22nd game, gave up 1 run combined over those 3 outings, none of them earned. First pitch he throws to Maverick Russell is upstairs for ball 1. He did get tattooed just a little bit down in Portland, was only able to go a third of an inning and gave up 5 runs on 2 hits and walked 3 against the Pickles. So let's see if Evan can return to that opening day form and lock down a very good outing by Ty Pangborn. 2-0's in there. First strike on the night for Evan Ellis. Evan from Chaffey College, native of Glendora, California. 6'3", 210 out there on the pitching rubber. Undercooked the breaking ball. It's now 3-1. Evan has walked 9 batters on the season, struck out 10, given up 8 hits. Three-1 upstairs. He loses the leadoff man, Maverick Russell. So now Blake Wilson represents the tying run here in a 2-run ball game. Pearson Pollard has grabbed a ball again and is starting to toss lightly down in the Pippins bullpen. Certainly don't want Ellis to work himself into trouble. First pitch strike. Hope for his sake that he's able to just rebound from this leadoff walk. Pippins have certainly seen enough free passes the last week or so. 0-1 breaking ball. That one's in there. Makes the count, no balls, 2 strikes. Maybe Ellis just wanted to work from the stretch. Needed the pressure of that runner over at first. 0-2 offering. Wave and a miss. Had Blake Wilson fooled. First strikeout of the night for Evan Ellis. Final line for Ty Pangborn tonight. 6 innings, 7 hits, only 3 runs. They were all earned. 2 walks to 7 strikeouts. Stellar night for Ty out there on the bump. It's all up to the bullpen now as Kettleson takes a ball inside. I know that Ty's dad is in attendance at the game today. He was here yesterday as well. Ellis behind in the count, 2-0. Mr. Pangborn certainly chose a good day to come out and see his son all the way from Ohio. Ellis got a quick 3-pitch strikeout after a 5-pitch walk. Now he sends one all the way to the backstop. It actually clipped Brock Kettleson. 2 free passes and a punchy here in the 7th inning. Moving to second base is Maverick Russell, and Eddie Kribbe going to make his way out to the mound. Calls the infield together to talk defense. Again, Evan looked spectacular in the first 2 games he pitched this year. A combined 7 innings, no runs, 5 hits. But since had that 5-run outing on only a third of an inning down in Portland, then pitched twice in the Walla Walla series. Went 2 innings, gave up 1 run on 1 hit, struck out 3, but walked 2 over those 2 games. He's facing Gavin Brubaker, who is halfway to the cycle tonight, a single and a double. First pitch, breaking ball. Ellis gets ahead in the count. Evan, one of the guys that likes to have fun in the clubhouse, but when it comes time up on the bump, he is all baseball. Another breaking ball for a strike. Makes the count 0-2. Well, it was walk and then strikeout. Then hit by pitch. Let's see if strikeouts follow the free passes. 0-2, another breaking ball. That one just a bit too far off the plate. Makes the count 1 ball and 2 strikes. Ellis stands on the first base side of that pitching rubber up on the mound. He's got 2 runners on. Another breaking ball. That one again outside the zone. He'll mix it up, has the fastball, the breaking ball, the off speed. Likes to go between fastball and breaking ball, though. Two fastball sped him up. Second strikeout in the inning for Evan Ellis. Antonio Castro will bat with 2 outs and 2 runners on. In that 10-run 6th inning last night, Castro had 2 of his 3 singles, scored a run, and drove in another. Corvallis scored again in the 6th today, but it was only 1 run. As the first pitch breaking ball is down in the dirt. Pippins got 3 in the second, 2 in the fourth. Corvallis 2 in the third, 1 in the sixth. This is a series that's been played very close on the scoreboard. A lot of the results have gone the way of Corvallis, but just take last year's series, for example. A 1-run game for the first game, a 3-run game for the second game. It was an 11-run game in the third, but then down in Corvallis, a pair of 1-run games and a 3-run game between these two squads. 1-1, high chop over to first. Angulo flips to a covering Evan Ellis to retire the side. 2 are left stranded as it's stretch time here at the Orchard. 5-3, the Pippins are in front.
The Coliseum in Rome had their gladiator games, but it can't compete with Legends Casino Hotel's Coliseum of Cash. During our Summer of Games Thursday drawings in June, we're giving away over $77,000 in cash, plus a new Kawasaki side-by-side. Just use your Legends rewards card to earn entries. Who needs Roman chariot races when you can leave them all in the dust in a Kawasaki side-by-side? All hail Legends Casino Hotel in June, and let this Summer of Games begin.
At Cascade Natural Gas, we help smart businesses cover their bases. Old, new, and in between. No matter the age of your building, they all benefit from energy-efficient choices. Cascade Natural Gas offers a long list of incentives for energy-efficient upgrades. Upgrades that save your business money every day. Become one of the many Cascade business owners benefiting from the quality, comfort, and savings of energy-efficient upgrades. Join Team Energy Efficiency and take advantage of rebates from Cascade Natural Gas.
Hey, your homework done?
Yep.
Hey, is your homework done?
This kinda is homework. So, what do you think?
I'm so proud of you. Can I play some more?
Is all your work done?
Washington's Lottery is a proud partner in the goal to promote college and career training. Each time you play, you're helping students statewide.
New pitcher onto the mound for Corvallis. The new arm is Van Froling, who only got about 2 warm-up pitches because he and his catcher, Jacob Marquez, had a long discussion when Froling entered the contest. Field umpire Hudson Boucher told him the clock was expiring, and so he only got a couple of tosses. Let's see if Yakima Valley can use that to their advantage as they send 9-1-2 up to bat here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Another left-handed arm into this game. Froling has only pitched in 1 contest. 2 innings back on June 18th against the Cowlitz Black Bears. Walked 1, struck out 4. Stevenson sends one over the heads of us here in the press box. Evens the count at 1-1. Jared is 1 for 2 today with 2 RBI. Softly grounds it over to third. Risky up with it. Throw to first is in time. Lineup card flips over for the 4th time. Final line on Douglas for Corvallis. 2 innings worked, 1 hit, no runs, 1 walk and 2 strikeouts. Certainly did his job in relief of Easton Jones, who went 4 innings and gave up the 5 runs the Pippins have on the board. Yakima Valley looking for a couple more runs of insurance as they're into their bullpen now. Evan Ellis worked himself out of trouble in the 7th inning. Langan Naylor even in the count 1-1. Langan's 0 for 3 today. He's due for a hit. Picked up a hit last night in 2 trips as he steps out there and takes strike 2. Langen came into today batting .304. That has since dropped. Long pause for Froling up there on the bump as the breaking ball finds the plate for strike 3. Quickly 2 away as Naylor discusses what to see from Froling with Julian Angulo. Angulo's got a hit tonight. Continues his hitting streak. First pitch outside. 1 for 3. He's flown out and grounded out as well. Froling a big, tall left-handed arm out there, who's going to give up a hit to Julian Angulo with 2 outs. Second hit of the night for Julian. Back-to-back multi-hit contests for the first baseman. Froling stands at 6'4", 215 out there on the bump for Corvallis. Last little bits of sunlight hanging out here at the orchard. Dylan Anderson watches strike 1 go by. He is 0 for 2 today. Walked back in the 5th, but was left stranded. Oh, 1, big cut. I think Anderson had committed to that swing before the pitch was even thrown. Now he's behind in the count 0-2 against the tall southpaw. Froling has what he wants. 0-2 breaking ball, backed Anderson off the plate, but it's called ball 1 by Jacob Fisher. Just a bit inside. Froling still ahead in the count, though. That fastball gets away from the catcher Marquez. Julian Angulo moves into scoring position. Fastball was yanked to the upper outer part of the plate at 92 miles an hour. My vote is for passed ball. They do call it a passed ball. 2-2, right back to Froling, who despite falling away from the mound was able to make the grab and flip it on to first. We're through 7 here at the Orchard. 2-run lead for Yakima Valley as we go to the 8th.
I love coming in here. Everybody is always super welcoming. They always greet me by name. You can tell that everyone here actually likes working here.
My favorite thing about Walla Walla orthodontics is how nice the staff are. They're funny, fun, and they're helpful.
I had what was called 3D braces. They were the same color as my teeth. People would say, "Oh, you have braces?" They didn't even know that I had braces. I highly recommend this orthodontist office.
What do you want?
It's just not that easy.
What do you want? Seafood? Mediterranean? What do you want?
Hey guys, what about West Side Pizza?
I love West Side Pizza.
I love West Side. I love West Side.
Yeah, the Hawaiian's great.
Let's do pizza.
West Side Pizza?
Yeah.
Problem solved. Gross. West Side Pizza, saving relationships since 1996.
Seattle-born stand-up comedian and impressionist Adam Ray, live at Legends Casino, Friday, July 11th. Known best for his Netflix special, Adam Ray is Dr. Phil Unleashed, as well as his popular YouTube channel.
If you don't know what Citizens app is, it's an app you can put on your phone that notifies you of all the danger that's lurking. That sounds like fun. Yeah, there's a lot of people cooking for Cocoa Puffs right outside your door.
Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com and Legends Gift Shop. Don't miss Adam Ray, live on July 11th at Legends Casino in Toppenish.
Corvallis sends the middle of the order up to bat here in the 8th inning against Evan Ellis, working in his 2nd inning of relief. Walked a batter and hit a batter in the 7th inning, but was able to strand them thanks to 2 strikeouts and a ground ball over to Julian Angulo. Ellis looking to hang a 0 and give his offense one more chance to tack on some insurance. First pitch just a bit upstairs. Ellis has not faced 4 of the 9 batters in the lineup for Corvallis as Pearson Pollard continues to warm up. As the count evens at 1-1, we'll see if for some reason Ellis faces the next 4. If Garrett DeGallier elects to go to Pollard anyway, despite whatever situation Ellis is in, just to have a fresh arm against the Knights lineup. Breaking ball inside, nearly got a piece of Maddox Risky. Was able to duck out of the way. A couple of pitches have been up near the head area tonight. All of them have been breaking balls, so certainly nothing. 2-1 poked foul. That one's up near the light pole. Count even at 2 apiece. If Ellis gets through this inning, we'll see if he comes out for the 9th. But first, you've got to tackle Risky, Marquez, and Mondo. Swing and a miss. Top of the zone, high cheese. Ellis has his 3rd punch out of the night. Now Jacob Marquez. He's got 2 strikeouts tonight to go along with a single. Still batting from that left side as the switch hitter has not yet seen a left-handed arm. First pitch swinging. Reeser's going to range over. He slides. He throws. The throw is way wide, but backing up is Cole Hansen. What a valiant effort by Gage Reeser to try and get an out. Initially it was put up as an error, but it is quickly corrected to be a hit. That is a tough play that 99 out of the 100 ground balls that are over there probably gets into right field, but Reeser was able to go over there and snag it. Marquez with his 2nd hit of the night. Brings up Braden Mondo, who's going to line one over to Naylor. He's going to go the short route for 1. Reeser doesn't have a lot on the throw, and so Mondo will be safe. Pippins do retire the lead runner, though. As looks like we'll have a pinch hitter for Corvallis. Switch hitting second baseman Thomas Ferrajaro. Started last night's contest, was not in the lineup at the beginning of the day today. Ferrajaro last night was 1 for 4, but he had 3 runs scored after being hit by a pitch and walked. So Ferrajaro replaces Joshua Proctor. We'll see how the defense realigns in the bottom half of the inning. Bunt shown, high chop. Ellis gives way for Hansen. Strong throw across in time. Cole Hansen with a laser beam to Julian Angulo. And the top of the 8th is over. 5-3, we go to the bottom. Pippins looking for a couple more insurance runs. new pitcher for the Corvallis Knights. It's number 17, Chase Olson, the left-handed thrower from Raymore, Missouri. 5'11", 175 from the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, which is where I go to school. Chase with the Knights, 4 games, 5.58 ERA. 2 starts on the season. This is his 5th contest. 9 2/3 innings worked. 9 strikeouts to 3 walks, 14 hits on the night. Took his 1 decision against the Portland Pickles, picked up the loss in that 14-0 defeat on June 5th. Last time he worked was on June 20th against the Ridgefield Raptors. Went 1 1/3, gave up a hit, a walk, and struck out 2. So Olson is tasked with trying to hang a 0 here in the 8th inning and give the Knights a 2-run deficit to work through in the top of the 9th. Froling goes 1 inning, gives up 1 hit, no runs, no walks, and a strikeout. First pitch from Olson, down and away to Gage Reeser. Fastball lively for Olson, 88 miles an hour, but Reeser looking for his first hit on the day here in the 8th inning. Breaking ball that time from Olson, high and away. Reeser almost had maybe the play of the year to this point for Yakima Valley on the top of the inning. Unfortunately, the throw was a little bit wide on the hit by Jacob Marquez. Olson misses downstairs. He's behind in the count, 3-0. Reeser was on once, was hit by a pitch. That pitch is called a strike, despite it popping away from Marquez. Moves the count to 3-1. Reeser, Cole Hansen is next, and then Neil Jansen scheduled to hit here in the 8th. 3-1, towering shot out towards the right center field gap. Ranging over is the 2 outfielders. They collide, the ball is dropped. Gage Reeser continues to run. He's not stopping, he's in at third on a slide. Miscommunication in the outfield. And an insurance run 90 feet away with nobody out. Reeser fired up as he heads to third. Now the concern goes to the 2 outfielders. Wilson and Proctor was pulled in the top half of the inning. I'll get you the new name. Couldn't see if Ferrajaro stayed in the infield or if he is the new man out in right, but both outfielders still on a knee right now, as the majority of the Knights heading out to check on them. Training staff from Multicare Orthopedics Northwest heading out to take a look at both of them. It looks like Wilson is the one, the center fielder, still down on his backside. No, he is on a knee. It's the right fielder who is reaching at the foot or ankle area. Certainly 2 guys running at each other at full speed. If you're scoring along at home, that was a triple by Gage Reeser, his 3rd in 4 games. As it looks like both of the outfielders are trying to stay in this one. Someone's coming off. I might be mistaken. Wilson heads back to center. And it looks like that is number 5, Gavin Brubaker, who moved from left field to right field, slowly making his way off of the diamond. That means that there's a new left fielder and now another new right fielder. Looking to get you numbers here is Chase Olson. gets a couple warm-up pitches after the injury. Wilson is still out in center. Looks like the new left fielder wears number 12. That is Brooks Avery. Still waiting on the substitution for the new right fielder. Third base is still risky. As looks like the new right fielder will be number 23, Parker Warner. Listed on the roster as a pitcher, but here in dire circumstances, Warner will be called on to be the new right fielder. Shortstop still Mondo. Second base is still Castro. Looks like Ferrajaro was simply a pinch hit roll. Looks like we've got everybody figured out now. As the infield will play in on the grass with Cole Hansen stepping up to the dish. Yakima Valley looking for at least one more run of insurance. Gage Reeser stands 90 feet away after a triple to lead off the inning. Hope all is well with Gavin Brubaker. (1-0) fouled over the screen and into the general admission. Count is 1-1. Cole Hansen just needs a little poke over the infield to give the Pips 3 runs of insurance. Both teams with 8 hits, both have committed an error. Pitch rides inside. Makes it 2-1. Gage Reeser picked up his 3rd triple in 4 ball games here at home. (2-1), back up the middle. It's off the glove of Castro. Reeser's gonna score. And Cole Hansen with a big RBI single here in the 8th inning to give the Pips some insurance.
Number 36, Neil Jansen.
Still nobody out. Chase Olson needs to get out of this inning quickly for Corvallis. Yakima Valley trying to add on even more. Righty-lefty matchup between Olson and Jansen. As the throw's going to go over to first. Good move by Chase Olson. Hansen will be tagged out. Deceptive lefty pickoff move as Neil Jansen was squaring to bunt. Cole Hansen forced off the base paths. Score at 1-3, and then I believe 6 on the pickoff. Bases are empty for Neil Jansen. Takes a first pitch strike. It is 1-3-6 on the caught stealing. Which, for those of you that don't know numbers, is pitcher to third baseman to shortstop. Why shortstop is 6 and not 5? Well, you'll have to ask the people that invented how to score the game. (0-2) to Jansen. Fastball down and away. Pippins now 6 runs on 9 hits. Corvallis will need at least 3 runs to extend the game in the top of the 9th. Jansen unable to hold up his bat. First strikeout for Chase Olson. 2 down here in the bottom of the 8th. Last chance for some more insurance is Finley Spicer. First pitch breaking ball, top of the zone. Finley walks up to that old-fashioned rock and roll. Certainly has an old-fashioned feel about him. Loops this one way foul. Finley's been in front of a couple towering fly balls. Oh, we got some fireworks early in this one. Oh, that one did not explode the way it was supposed to. 0-2, wave and a miss, inning over. Yakima Valley gets a run of insurance to go up by 3. 3 outs away from finishing off a Wednesday night win. Evan Ellis back out on the bump here on a Wednesday night as the Pippins raise awareness for Alzheimer's disease, looking to secure a win in those alternate uniforms that were auctioned off earlier tonight. Ellis looking for his second save of the season. The first one was a 4-inning save on opening night in Wenatchee. Ellis had a rough 7th inning. He gave up 2 base runners on 2 free passes, but then was able to work a quicker 8th inning, only facing 4 batters. It's 8, 9, and 1 due up for Corvallis. First pitch just outside. Makes it 1 ball, no strikes. Maverick Russell, 1 for 2 today. Reached on a walk as well. Count even at 1-1. It'll be Russell, Wilson, and Kettleson. Ellis fires strike 2. Corvallis' dugout disagrees. A couple of bodies standing in the Yakima Valley pen, hoping to not be used tonight. The 1-2. Roped foul over towards the opposite bullpen. And in towards the picnic deck. Russell still behind in the count. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Yakima Valley looking for its 20th win all time against Corvallis. 1-2 breaking ball slipped out of the hand. Ellis has a quick peek at his finger. Maybe trying level for Maverick Russell. Had to see one high and away to set up down and in. 2-2. That is down and in, but down too far. So the count runs full. Chatter from both dugouts starts to pick up here in a 3-run ball game. Ellis winds the payoff pitch. Dotted on the outside corner. Strike 3. Evan Ellis has 2 outs left to get. Blake Wilson stands into the right-hand side now. Wilson's 0 for 3 today. Under some cotton-candied skies. First pitch hacking. It's foul over by Charlie Shebler. Pippins looking to break a short 2-game losing streak. Pick up their 7th win on the season. This score holds tonight. Ellis evens the count 1-1. The bodies that were down at the bullpen have since come back to the dugout. This is all Evan Ellis's game. Breaking ball, a bit too far upstairs. Evans had that breaking ball working for strikes tonight, but that one just a little bit off. Working back into it, the 2-1. Liner into the outfield for a base knock. Stevenson ranges over to try and plug the gap. Throwing on the brakes is Wilson. A 1-out base knock. Corvallis not dead yet. Back to the top of the order, Brock Kettleson. 1 for 3 tonight. He's been on base twice. Was able to drive in the first of the 2 runs back in the 3rd inning before scoring himself. First pitch high. Ball number 1. Absolutely gorgeous night here at the Orchard. Pips trying to secure a 3-run victory. One-0 pitch, bounces at the feet of Cole Hansen. 2 balls, no strikes. Eddie Kribbe going to ask his infield to come together. Not a bad visit here. 2 outs left to get. Double play gets you out of the game. Decent crowd has stuck around. A reminder that tomorrow will be game 3 between these 2 teams. If this score holds, it would be a rubber match. Winner would take the series. 6:35 p.m. first pitch on Thirsty Thursday. Also, if you've got Mariner fans or baseball fans in general or mascot fans, the Mariner Moose is going to be at the ballgame tomorrow night on a visit to see Scott T. Pippen. So bring the whole family out, meet the Moose, the most famous moose in the Pacific Northwest, and stick around for some fun baseball between the Corvallis Knights and the Yakima Valley Pippins. Duo. That one caught the inner third. Pippin's just one of many games that took place tonight. We'll get you the scores quickly after the game. Ground ball away from securing a victory here at home. This is a fly ball. Left center field. Coming in, Neil Jansen. He's going to make the grab. 1 out left in the top of the 9th. It will be a pinch hitter for Gavin Brubaker, who exited the game after colliding with his center fielder, Blake Wilson. It's number 28, Aiden Hazen, who was a designated hitter in last night's contest. In that game last night, Hazen was 3 for 4 with a run scored and 4 RBI. One of the many players that had a good night at the plate last night for Corvallis. Evan Ellis is one strike away from picking up his second save of the season against a quality opponent. First pitch, inner third for strike one. Pangborn went 6. Gave up 3 runs. Struck out 7. Ellis evening in the count, 1-1. Evans had to work out of trouble in every inning. A base runner or 2 has been left on in both the 7th and the 8th. But he's ahead in the count, 1-2. As now Corvallis is down to their final strike. Hazen in the box. Evan Ellis on the bump. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ellis's pitch on the way. Swing and a miss! A Wednesday night win for the Yakima Valley Pippins. Behind Ty Pangborn's stellar start, Evan Ellis shuts the door. And we play for the series tomorrow against the Corvallis Knights. 6-3, the final score. And a much cleaner game played tonight between the Pippins and the Knights. This is Pippins postgame part 1. Here on the stream, some numbers to go through here on the night. You can't talk about tonight without talking about Ty Pangborn. 6 innings, 3 runs, 7 strikeouts, qualifies and earns the win. Evan Ellis shutting the door there. 5 strikeouts over 3 innings worked, 2 hits, no runs. And on offense, Julian Angulo with a multi-hit night, Cole Hansen with a multi-hit night, and Finley Spicer with a multi-hit night as well. The Pippins are 1-0 in those nice purple uniforms, and that's how they'll finish the year, on a very clean, fast-paced, and well-earned win on a Wednesday night here at the Orchard. That's going to wrap up our coverage of Game 2 of 3 between the Corvallis Knights and the Yakima Valley Pippins. Game 3 is tomorrow, 6:35 p.m., right here. This same place, same time, hopefully the same result for Yakima Valley. For all of us associated with the Yakima Valley Pippins Baseball Club and the Pippins broadcast, I'm Armin Johnson signing off for now, saying stay safe, have a great night. We'll talk to you tomorrow from the Orchard. Final score again, Yakima Valley 6, Corvallis 3. This has been Pippins Baseball.